Hello and welcome back to Heroes of the Mist. Live actual play Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Edition in a homebrew multiverse campaign settings and a fundraiser for the nonprofit 501c3 RPG Research, studying the effects of all role-playing game formats and their potential to help various populations achieve their educational, recreational, and therapeutic goals. I am here on day 19 of the RPG tour, trying to raise awareness about accessibility and inclusiveness issues and the potential for music and role-playing games to help improve lives. I'm here in El Centro, California, on my way back from Tucson to San Diego in the wheelchair-accessible RPG trailer, hooked up to the wheelchair-accessible RPG bus. And remember, this show has audience interaction options. If you hang out in our Twitch chat room when we're live, twitch.tv/RPG Research, you automatically gain hero points. And if you donate through Patreon, you can get, or even one-time donations, you gain a bunch more hero points. You can then spend those hero points to affect events and encounters and such for the player characters in the campaign, nearly real time. So be sure to check that out. You can look at the catalog of options on mistheroes.com. And of course, you can go to the rpgresearch.com/donate for the various donation options. So we had, just before the break, everybody was kind of scurrying to get ready to go in. You could hear the baying of hounds to distance to the south. You had successfully interrogated one of the Mordredian soldiers. Torin had successfully animal handled an actual light warhorse. to get it to walk away from the other 3 war horses and actually obey his commands. That is very significant. Up and ready to go. You were all gathered just outside the south door of the barn, and that was kind of where we stopped. So,
no, the north
what are
door
you guys
of the barn.
going to do now? Oh, the north door. Sorry.
And Torin's still out down south, so he'll be joining up with us when the time's right.
All right.
And River would have gone to the south door to wait for Torin.
Okay. Okay.
I've also loaded up some sacks with oats and put it on the mule.
Okay. Great.
Add
Now,
that to your-
what do you guys do?
You want to
And
move
then
back to the
add that to
north.
your mule.
Okay,
Sacks of oats.
good. All right, then.
Let's collect Torin and River before we head out north.
All right, then. I see River come to the door. I'm like, River, you just stay right in the door. Don't move.
Okay.
Don't move. I walk the horse slowly up to her and just have the horse stand by the 2 of us and just take her hand, put her hand slowly on the horse muzzle, and put it away.
Okay. The horse looks a little wide-eyed, but is obeying your commands.
Okay. It's good. See, it's good. All right, now I walk her away. And I leave her at the doorway, so things went south, she could jump back in, but that didn't happen great. And I walk it around, I'm like, but wait, I walk a ways away from her, so where are we going? Where's everyone else?
Everyone's at the other side of the barn, and they're all ready.
All right, then, I'll meet you up around.
Okay.
And I walk around up the west wall, giving things a wide berth so no one, comes around the corner and we have a horse fight.
Right. Okay. All right. Now, Talk. Do you still have your torch lit?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're on the north side of the barn outside with the torch lit.
Mm-hmm.
So, Torin, you can actually see on the north side.
Oh, hey.
That's the idea.
And now you see how big the horse really is.
Oh, hey.
Thank you for not killing me.
Well, dangerous.
Okay.
So you see Torin, all of you see Torin walk around the barn with this nice big war horse. These war horses were a little nicer than the one that you guys saw before.
Okay. Hey.
So, not hugely, but a little.
I managed to calm down one of their horses. We got 3 more, but I don't think I got time because I hear dogs in the distance. We should probably go.
Aye, we're ready to load up, I think.
You're already loaded up.
Well, I mean, head out, I mean.
Yes, I think at this rate, 1 horse per day. The next week we'll have more horses than we know what to do with.
You'll be horse traders.
No.
You make good doing horse trading. Why?
No, see,
My
it's a
grandma
mule
knows that.
and then a horse. So tomorrow we'll get a mule, and then the next day another horse.
Well, we just keep going
Although,
up.
we could just get anything that's half horse. Could be a centaur.
Well, you
Yeah.
do know there are centaurs up north.
Hey, that's where we're going.
Oh, in that case, that was terribly offensive. I not said that. You can't own a person, and centaurs are probably most certainly persons. Sorry, centaurs.
Alright. So how do they know we was here? I mean, we didn't light a fire or nothing, did we?
Cats. Don't trust cats.
Oh, the stinky cat?
Well,
Yes.
Torin, I found a note on in the leader's pocket.
Can we talk while we walk?
We are. I thought we were.
Okay.
Okay. We talk and walk.
Okay, so you're walking.
Thanks,
Which
you're both
direction
of
are you guys going? East,
North.
northeast, north by northeast, east by northeast, straight north.
Northeast, I think, probably.
Northeast.
Northeast.
Before we were going east by northeast.
Yeah.
That's where we were going
That
yesterday.
sounds good. We'll do that one.
All right.
Trying not to overshoot Kasarnak.
The direction that we think is the best direction for Kasarnak.
Yeah.
Right. But you're ballparking because you're not on the road.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is why we're trying to err on the side of caution so that we can at least catch the road to Kasarnak if we rather than passing it.
Yeah. So, Moisha, do you have any kind of tracking skills
Like a
or
ranger?
direction sense? Or
I
anything
do
like
have
that?
tracking.
Okay, go ahead and roll that just for kind of a general direction sense. You're gonna have a bunch of bonuses because it's not that difficult.
10.
Out of
Doesn't say. What am I? Just says special abilities
I thought it
tracking.
was. Okay,
So is that
what's your wisdom?
16?
Okay, you're fine. All right, so this way. All right, so you guys head off in that direction. Let's get marching order again because you have a little bit of a change here. So, what is the marching order?
Doran's in the rear of the warhorse.
I'm several feet ahead of Torin with a torch, like just so, like close enough to.
Okay, so assume not everybody can see you. So say
Talk
is yes.
Yes, sorry. Talk is ahead of Torin with the torch, but at a distance, so it's enough that Torin can see, but distant away from so that not to freak out the horse.
So about 15 feet.
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay. All right, and you alongside? Are you pulling the mule with you, or alongside the mule, or is that somebody else with the mule?
I guess I'll have the mule, just leading it.
Okay. Okay.
I'll lead.
And
Nelson.
then?
Moisha will be out towards the front,
Okay.
using his wicked ranger and tracking skills.
And then Weevil and Socrates will be close behind the ranger, supervising.
Okay. I'm sure Moisha appreciates it. All right. Farhad and River.
River will be in front of Talk and the mule. Mostly
Okay.
Talk.
And Farhad.
You're
No
fine.
audio, Joe.
Farhad is going to be mounted on Kevin. As an outrider, he's going to be
No horse.
circling the. Yes, there's a person named Kevin.
What a ridiculous
Some people
name!
might only be able to
Like there's a horse named Kevin.
All horses are named Kevin.
Just don't leave him home
he'll
alone.
be doing outriding, circling the party at about 100 meters or so, looking for
Okay.
stuff.
All right. Yeah, just I've had a couple of people comment while I've been on this tour that they've been having trouble following the storyline because we're assuming they've been following the story since the beginning instead of saying each time. So we get new people tuning in each session. Like on this tour, I say, "Oh, you should check out the show." So that'll be the week they tune in, and they have no idea who we're talking about. So when we say Kevin, we want to say Kevin the horse or something like that. We want to assume that viewers are watching this for the first time, and we can't cover everything we've already done, but at least try to give context. And we have some visually impaired listeners to the show, so we want to try to explain things clearly about who is doing what, help them keep track. So that's some feedback I've had recently on this tour, just so you know.
All right, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, this is good that we're getting this feedback, and we have people watching, and they're letting us know how we can improve. And so there you go.
They're watching.
Yeah, well, listening, watching, it's different. A lot of people just listen while they do other stuff, but some people are actually watching too. Okay.
All right, so Talk was explaining some stuff.
Yes. Go ahead.
So the note in the pocket of the leader said that the Watcher told him where we were, and it had coordinates to find us.
What's coordinates?
Directions.
Oh.
And we're thinking that the Watcher is that foul cat that's been following us, and somehow
You think it's a magic critter? Like that owl that old crazy guy had?
worse than that. But yes.
Huh.
So
You know about magic. Do you think it's like a cat that has magic, or do you think it's like something that just looks like a cat? You know what I'm saying?
it's hard to say. We haven't been able to get close enough to it. Judging from the smell, I'd think it was a dead cat,
Huh.
but not dead enough for me.
Well, what, from the beginning of this campaign, what do you guys remember all the rumors were and why all the cats were killed?
They were spies for the evil Mordredian army.
Yes.
And thus they were worth money.
Not just, it goes back before that. The superstitions go back centuries.
They just said they were evil.
What
and
did? Yeah. What were they? What did all the superstitions say about cats?
they were evil, bad
I mean,
luck.
think about
they were
even in our-
demons.
Bad luck.
There was that they were
Familiars to the devil, that
Yes.
they are engaged in witchcraft, that cats can talk to evil creatures and beings. The cats themselves are evil, that they will lay upon babies in the night while they sleep and suck their souls out of their mouths.
yes,
It has-
yes. These are all correct things.
Which has
Spot on.
nothing to do with the fact that baby's breath smells like milk. Nothing to do with that, of course.
At all.
They sit on babies for the same reason they sit on the top of car hoods. To try to kill your car.
Trying to suck the soul out of your body.
I've lost quite a few cars.
So you have now, Farhad, you have now perplexed everybody in the party. What is a car?
It doesn't translate into the common tongue.
Because my old granny, she had a cat. She'll call her a farm cat. It was more like, I don't know, it wasn't like a pet like your little doggy over there, you know. But yeah, we just eat mice and everything. And we said, Grandma, it's worth gold. We should skin it. And she's like, you skin that now, skin you. And so we never did. And I don't know, it died a long time ago.
But yes,
Nice.
we've
If
given
it's a
that
cat, I
cat.
could trap it. Sure enough.
We might be interested in that when we get to settle down if we haven't been able to kill it on the way.
All right.
But also in the note it said to use the night stuff or something. It's all in shorthand.
Night gear, night equipment.
Night gear, and we found these 2 vials that said NV on them, and they are empty. We're thinking that's why the archers could see a bit. Is some sort of potion that gives them night vision.
Oh man, I wish I had that because I swear, you guys just walking around like it's nothing. It gets kind of weird sometimes.
I know it'd be nice. It'd be nice if they had a spare, but evidently they only had 1 for each archer. But if we're lucky, we can take those files and maybe a alchemist could find a little bit of tracer on the inside and see what they can see.
Too bad we no longer have an alchemist in the party.
Oops.
Early on, in the early auditions and such, we had somebody who was an alchemist.
Well, that would have been nice.
We also had a cleric.
Yes.
That's
That would've been
perfect.
nicer.
Very convenient.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we had a clerk now.
That's only for things go
I'm
wrong
a
and you do everything
secretary.
right.
Settle for a secretary.
So you can write more manuscripts.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
so if we
So-
can get somewhere we can have those looked at, they might be able to, if we're lucky, maybe.
All right. And at this point, we'll do a quick.
So this is all while walking with the torch lit for talk, right?
Yes.
Across the open countryside.
Well, I figure we just do this for a little bit until
Okay.
like what time? How late is it
Should be
now?
about 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's coming up on 5 a.m. Yeah.
All right, then I figured we just use the torch.
It's going to sputter out soon anyway.
Yeah, we'd use the torch until there's just a little bit of daylight enough so Torin can not fall in a hole.
Alright then. As we walk and talk, Torin will press the party for information on the cat and try to get the relevant points like they fed it beef jerky. and you know how it behaves, and was it in trees or on the ground,
Yeah.
things like that. They'll
Well, how about you actually find out what they actually tell you?
Do they still hear
You
dogs?
guys do need to do a better job communicating amongst yourselves.
Well, I've basically been filling Torin in and River because they're the two closest to me, and they.
Yeah.
So role play it.
I just did.
we did a lot. Can we just get along?
I was explaining who I was talking to, so we knew how far my voice was carrying.
Yes.
Because it is a gamble being loud and with a torch at night, but I figure it's almost morning anyway.
Speaking like an Italian.
Careful there.
And I also don't know that anybody's given it jerky, so I can't really say that
Okay.
part.
Right, exactly.
I just know that it stinks. We've seen it several times, and we can't think of any other way that those men could have found us.
Well, we will go. Well, there certainly could have been other ways, but I think it is most likely that it was this terribly stinky cat.
I've been trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, but I think it's lost that right.
As have I.
Yeah, if we was gonna trap it, which is probably the best thing.
Oh no, that would be far too stinky.
So about half an hour after you leave, after you guys leave, talk, it occurs to you never set the fire.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
He said so.
You did? Where?
I specifically said that I said it out in front of him.
With wet branches and a
And
circle of
rocks to keep
rocks.
it down.
Yeah.
He specifically said that.
Oh, you actually did light it, though. I know you were gathering stuff together, but
Yeah, no,
must have
I
missed it.
I put it all together and did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We heard.
And it must have just cut out when you said that. So, okay. All right.
It was a while ago
Um,
too. Might have just lost track. A lot of
okay.
stuff happened since then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good to clarify that. Okay. And so you can smell that smoke wafting because the wind is kind of blowing from the southwest towards you guys. And you can kind of smell that smoke on the wind. And that's about it. You don't smell anything else. Just so you know.
There's a south wind. There's a south wind.
If we're lucky, that'll also draw any scouts and troops that way to investigate and lead them away from us a bit.
So what speed are you guys going at? Your normal brisk but
I think
limited speed?
I think once the light gets up, we pick up the pace.
And put the gnomes on horses.
There we go. Yes,
What was slowing you down?
Weevil is very confident in his riding ability.
Hey Farhad, you think you ride a warhorse?
I could probably ride a war horse. I'm very
Could
nimble.
possibly go wrong.
Alright, 'cause I figured I'd ride on Dobson. You can have Leon here, and then you can use Kevin for the transport.
You've named him Leon?
He's Leon the warhorse.
He's a professional.
Leon me when you're not strong.
Okay. We have Dobson the mule and Leon the warhorse.
And Kevin the horse.
And Kevin the riding horse.
You can throw the little ones up
Okay.
on Kevin, and then Leon, you could probably also take River too. She's pretty light, and then well, I'm not sure Dobson could take me and Moisha, but I guess he could just hoof it still. Now the short leggers be
So
on.
to speak.
Don't mind me. I'll just walk.
All right, Eeyore.
Thanks for noticing.
I mean, I'm used to walking, so it ain't no big deal.
Doesn't really matter much anyway.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know.
Better than mine.
All right.
just wait till
So
the
dawn
shooter
does
shows up.
slowly break. The overcast remains in the sky. To the southwest, you can see the plume of smoke going up into the sky. Many miles back, but you can see it going up into the sky, but blowing roughly your direction because the wind's been coming from the southwest and you're going northeast, east by northeast. You travel for a few more miles through the day. Do you take any breaks to at least rest a little bit between yourselves and the horses and the mule?
Yes, because I'm on foot.
I talked to Moisha along the way. So Moisha,
Yep.
so here's what I'm thinking. I can make us up some spring snares. You ever use a spring snare?
No.
Your dog hunt?
He has.
All right.
He can. He
Okay
does.
then. That might be good. Well, alright, so what I'm going to need is, I've described her like the type of wood I'm looking for, which is going to be a bit thicker around my thumb and preferably like the Y of a branch. And it's like, next time we find a copse of trees, get me some of those. And I can make up some snares that don't need no trees around, because there's not a lot. So that way we can just use them wherever we can.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Alright then, I'm also going to need, do you think there's extra bowstrings? I mean, we know we got a lot of stuff off them last bunch of guards, or what's it? But I need something like that, or some really tough cord, or something like that.
We got 2 crossbows and a garrote wire.
A what?
It's a bit of metal string for strangling people, I think.
You got metal snares? Those are expensive. Can I see them?
Well, we got. I got one that I took off of. It's on the mule.
Oh.
In with the rest of the gear we took off of them.
Okay, when we break for lunch, I gotta check that out.
I have 2 more that I got from soldiers a while back.
Oh man, I could be setting up metal snares. Oh, those are so nice. They can't get chewed through none. So you can wash them off and get all the icks off of them, and then you just wrap them back up and I mean, you gotta tell me these things. I can be laying down traps.
I just did.
Wow.
I only got it a few hours ago.
Oh. Now, yeah, I think we'll be.
All right. As you guys are traveling, Farhad, you're up ahead in your loop as you're circling around. Mm-hmm. So you're up ahead about 300 feet. So you're up on a little hill, and you can see about 5 miles away, you can see a crossroads where a northwest road is intersecting a small northeast trail, and there's a very scattered town around that crossroads. Roll your intelligence. Let's see if you remember what this might be. It's pretty obscure for your character's memory at this point. Because to the south is Queen's Road, so you remember that.
3 of 11.
Oh, okay. All right. You're digging in your memory and like, it's a small village. It's not important. Lutein? You think it's called Lutein, and you think it's just a farm town, but you can see people are actively there. There's chimney fires and there's activity. You just see a scattering of houses and farmhouses that become less dense the farther out you get from the center of that crossroads. But you don't see any tall buildings or anything. You just kind of see a very hodgepodge arrangement of houses. No walls, no gates, etc. But that is almost directly across the path you guys are currently on. And if you remember correctly, that road that goes northeast through does maybe eventually connect with Kasarnik. All right. So that's good. You've gotten some bearings because you weren't quite sure where you were until now. You've got some bearings now.
But at least we cut across the country, so we saved some time and
But
cover.
I've never been in that town.
No, you've never been in it because it's not on the Queen's Road or anything. You're vaguely aware of it. To the southeast, if you took the road southeast, you would be back to Crosstown, which you've been to. That's at the foothills of the mountains. It is where the land starts to go from just very slight gradual slopes and grass to much more hilly because now you can see the dragon spine. You guys have been traveling at night a lot and the clouds, and there's still a lot of high clouds, but you can see now the dragon spine mountains. They're starting to actually look like mountains. They're starting to loom, but you can see a lot of hills. The terrain's going to get a lot hillier. You still don't think you're going to be in heavily wooded areas for a while, just because most of these areas have been stripped for farmland. Once long ago they had a lot of woods. That's why the wood elves are so upset. This all used to be all covered in great woods, and they've been slowly stripped over the centuries. So the wood elves are not happy about that.
Yeah, that's what happens to Mirkwood. So now that we're getting close to
none of the rest of you know any of this. Only Farhad knows this, who's up ahead.
Now that we're getting close to the Dragon Spine, which is where I've spent most of my life, I'm not sure what part of the Dragon Spine, since it's a big area, so we hadn't really gotten a chance to discuss that. Just that I started out.
Okay,
I started out near the beach, so it'd be on the other side of the mountains. But I'm not sure how much I've traveled in that area to do some basic mining trading.
Yeah, I think you were more near Mount Vulcus, which is to the south of the Queen's Road, right along the East Road. So
okay, so we're past my area too.
Yeah, you're north of where you'd be familiar with.
Okay.
You knew all the way up to Queen's Road, and then you've never really traveled north of there.
All right. Just wanted to check.
But from Queen's Road down, you would know fairly well until you get to the Tenarian Woods, which is controlled by the Wood Elves.
So upon discovery of this town, I pull up and I ride back to the main group.
Okay, so all of you see Farhad riding back to all of you.
Oh man, I hope it's not more sellers.
There's a town up ahead. It's called Looting. It's a town for looting.
That sounds good.
I remember they don't have very good defenses. Perhaps that's why it's called that. But the road here, heading toward the northwest, out of this town, will probably take us to Kasarnak. That's the best of my memory.
Has it been evacuated yet?
I couldn't tell if there were people there. It's far too far away. It's 5 miles. There's no smoke at this time of day, so either they're not cooking or it's empty, but I couldn't tell.
I thought
If in our experience, I say we skirt the town, ride around it, and get back to the road.
Excellent
Now
plan.
it's daylight. Leon, his armor. How much does look, Mordredian insignia, Mordredian horse, Mordred. Okay then.
Yeah, we should.
Maybe we take a break and strip this off real quick. Also, on Dodgen, was there any signs of the Camelot? No, not Camelot.
Arthurian?
Arthurian forces on him.
No.
Okay. All right then.
But so the barding is a dyed black leather with silver trim, silver threaded trim. Yeah.
Take it off.
Well.
And including the saddle and bridle and saddlebags are all decorated the same.
Man, why they gotta get all expensive with it? Huh. Maybe we could throw a blanket over him or something.
I got some ink. Could you black out
I
the
have a dagger.
silver parts?
Well,
We can cut the silver parts off.
now that sounds.
I mean,
They
you
can't
don't
have
want to cut the buckles or the, straps or the locks or the gauges, but
The trim.
decoration.
Yeah.
maybe get some cloth or
Yeah,
something.
it's removable. It's thread. It's removable.
Okay.
Moisha would have experience
Yeah.
with that.
Moisha, do you think you could do that quick and thorough if the horse would let you near it?
Absolutely.
All right. Now let's go slow about this now. Moisture.
I say Torin takes the gear off the horse first. Then Moisha takes the stuff off the gear. Then we put the gear on the horse.
All right. That sounds smart. Let's do that.
All right. Do you think maybe we should check, send someone up to check on the in that town and see if there's anybody there? Because we might want to try and get directions if you're not quite sure if you're not 100% sure on the road to Kasarnak. They should be able to tell us there if there's anybody left.
I'm more sure about their enmity than I am about the directions. I choose not to kill villagers today. Not to put them in a position that they force me to.
Torin busies
Well,
himself.
that sounds like wisdom to me.
Oh, I am completely average in my wisdom.
Florida man.
People say it every day.
Torin busies himself taking off the tack and everything else, leaving the bridle in place. And he's going to also take this time to...
But Farhad, you realize... Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Taking the warding off the horse, getting it some moisture, and then I'm also going to brush him down and just brush down and feed both him and Dobson.
Okay. And Joe, you realize the irony of your character realizing he only has average wisdom, because usually somebody with average wisdom would not realize they only have average wisdom.
Except for someone with average wisdom, I think that's praise.
Okay. All right. So that goes through. You take care of that quickly. Now that you guys thought of it, you quickly get rid of at least the silver parts. So now it's just black armor and black gear. No trace of silver threading.
Do the black. All right. Never mind.
So, and it is a mostly black horse, except it's got a few brown spots here and there on its legs.
Okay then.
No sort of branding.
Nope, no branding.
All right.
That's a Lacoste alligator on it.
All right. Now it probably helps if this thing Leon got used to you all. So I just want y'all to stand out in the middle. I'll have him do a walk around with you, and you can pet him, because I can't sit here and babysit him this whole time. I mean, we got things to do, you know.
You're gonna have everybody pet the war horse? Is that what you just said?
Basically, yes.
Slowly.
He has to get used to
Let's
other
start
people in
with
this world.
Farhad, who has horsemanship. as a
Yes,
skill.
that sounds like a good plan. All right, Farhad.
Let's start with the guy that could possibly write it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, do you you named it Leon? Did you happen to check for genitalia? Is it a boy or a girl?
That don't matter. Leon's his name.
Is it male or female?
It's a stallion.
Okay.
Of course. So yeah, I introduce Leon to Farhad. I make sure that they are...
Okay. You don't have to do any more rolls, Torin. It's just you have to just be careful.
Okay then. Oh yeah, I am. They're standing still, and I walk them up, and I walk them through it, and I walk
Okay.
them
As
away.
long as you keep being careful, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
If you forget to be careful, that's when something might go awry.
Okay then.
At least until we've had it long
Okay.
enough to fully deprogram it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But it's not even been a full day.
Yeah.
So it takes a good half an hour for you guys. It actually takes an hour between stripping out the barding and everything. It takes an hour to do this whole thing.
Okay.
Perfect
So-
time for lunch
Yep.
and resting.
Yep. Anybody going to go off and do anything while all this is going on, since you all stopped in the middle of the prairie?
I'm going to go find a place to use
Who's
the
on?
privy. Kate, Moisha.
Okay.
Moisha
gonna
needs a
do
privy.
Okay. All right. River?
River is just gonna sit down and rest and watch them do things.
Okay. Talk?
Talk is going to practice with his the now 5 total throwing knives that he's collected from 2 different.
Okay. All right.
He's
And-
thrown daggers before, but he's never thrown throwing knives, so he
Sure,
figures
sure.
a good chance to practice.
Great. And Weevil?
Weevil will just rest. He's definitely feeling kind of run down, so is welcoming the rest.
Okay. Hey. All right. So you guys quickly do your things. Nothing untoward happens. Now, you guys said you're going to skirt around the town or go straight into town?
We were still
Skirt
debating
around
that.
It. Go around it.
Go around it.
Skirt around.
He's
Okay.
fine. We don't need to go in there. I make sure to
You're
give
going to go
Dobson some
around it
attention.
to the
Please,
southeast or
don't
to
you?
the
Don't you?
northeast?
Kasarnik
North-
side.
northwest.
Since the road
West
goes
side.
northwest.
The road, the road goes north.
Since the
East.
road is going towards the north, we should go around the north side of the town. Catch the road more quickly.
Yeah, the Kasarnik side, whatever that one is.
Well, you're going northeast either way. But do you go on the north side of the town or the south side of the town as far as...
Whichever one's closer.
North side.
North side of the town.
And sixes. All right, so you go north of it. All right. So how far away, how much out of the way do you go to avoid the town?
In like
Man, we got food, we got water. Let's
half
just go
mile.
way around it.
We want to remain outside of the obvious line of sight of the town. So if there's
Is that
any
what you're
little
talking?
depressions that we can go
So-
through, or kind of staying well
Not really,
away from the
but
town.
Do you want to stay about the 5 miles distance, basically, that you're at currently?
Sure, that sounds perfect. Or maybe even back off a little bit further and then go around the town.
5 miles is probably
Sure.
sufficient.
Let's not back off further. I learned geometry in school as a boy, and at our distance, it's a 15-mile radius around the town.
So that's going to take a long time, yeah. All right.
We'll
So,
only be going a third of that, so yeah.
yeah. All right. So by nightfall, you guys cross or a little bit before nightfall, you cross the the northwest road as you're heading northeast. And so you've gotten a little bit, you're pretty much due north of Lutein when the sun sets, and a good 5 miles north of it. You do see lots, as the sun was setting, you did see a number of lights come on in the town. The town does seem to be active and occupied. Do you guys continue traveling through the night? Do you make camp? What do you do?
Do you think we should
At
make
this-
make Odin appear before the town?
And
No.
so that-
Let me find us a place to camp.
Well, of course, but
I haven't had time to make up traps. We've got a lot of daylight left.
that town doesn't look like it have very much defenses. Is there nothing we can do to warn them at least?
Now I think they'll get the warning when the soldiers come.
Well,
That's
I
what's
imagine so, but we'd like to get the warning before the danger. That's usually how warnings work.
Leave them be. They have no interest in us.
I
I'll go find a camping spot.
I know. It's just
Interesting.
we've had to keep moving so quick. We've helped the ones we can,
Yep.
but
I understand, Tuck. You're a very thoughtful man, but I think, Torin, you set some snares for us. We'll set camp nearby. When you're done setting snares for the evening, run into town.
All right.
that's a good idea.
Just introduce yourself as a wandering trader or wandering trapper,
Uh-huh.
and then they ask you any questions, let them know what you know. Then come back to us as quickly as you
Alright,
can.
How about I go with him?
Yeah.
I'll keep my hood up and
All right.
Trying to be a little kid.
and if need be, I can put up my mask illusion to make myself look younger if need be.
Now, why would I be out traveling little Huska at this time of night?
So everybody roll a d6. John, roll a d6.
6.
I'm trying to make it quiet though.
Moisha got 1.
And we all got 2.
Talk got 2 as well.
Farhad's a 5.
Okay.
3.
Okay. So everybody except John, you're a dirt farmer who had drunk himself to sleep. After he did a hard day's work, and then he broke open the wineskin and had pretty much passed out in the field some hours before, and is waking up because he's hearing these voices discussing these things just about 100 feet away to the south of you.
Who's out there?
As you're waking up kind of with, a moan because you've got a little bit of a hangover and such from falling asleep right in the field that you were working on. You don't know where your mule went.
Where's that?
And he's going to have, a very Cockney accent because that's the countryside you're in. So Farhad's the only one who doesn't notice this guy start moving to the north. Oh, and Torn just can't see in the dark very well.
Okay.
But you do hear the sounds of somebody about 100 feet away starting to moan a little bit.
Oh, what's that?
Blimey.
Hush, hush.
There's someone over there. Torin.
Yeah. Hello?
Who's there?
Oh, I'm Torin. How goes it?
Governor. Oh, what?
You alright, fella? What you doing out here?
I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Okay, it's just now going down, like the sun's going down? Or is it...
No, the sun already set a while ago, so there's just
Oh.
barely some twilight light left.
What you sleeping down under the stars for? You gonna catch your death of cold.
Well, I have ways to keep him warm.
Well, it obviously ain't a fire, because I
That's a
don't see
myth.
one of those. You live around here?
Yeah, but do you?
Oh no, I'm passing through. You see, they got this whole army that's going up from down from Belkoth way, the Mordridians. I've been just skedaddling up north trying to get away from them.
Army?
Yeah, you hadn't heard that? Mordred? Black Army? Big old wall of foreboding clouds and all that.
He hasn't heard anything. Lucian's kind of forgotten farm town.
Okay. Well, that's probably for the best. I mean, I was hoping if I came up this way, they wouldn't come up here nuts, because, well, they ain't close to any of the big roads.
Are they called the Black Army, or are they an army of blackness coming down? What is it?
You know, that's a good question. I call them the Black Army, but I don't think anyone else has done that. But they are a Black Army. They got this black armor and stuff. Lots of silver. Very shiny.
Silver.
Yeah. I guess they call them the Silver Black Army.
What are the rest of you doing while this discussion's happening?
Being very quiet.
Yes.
like making it so that he knows we exist, but we're not entering the conversation at all.
Silver, don't you?
Or the site.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think
Okay.
they're going to be interested in buying some vegetables?
Well, I don't know. From what I hear, they just takes them. They just giving the rough hand to anyone that comes across their path. So I've been heading up north. I've been trying to get to Sarnak. I got kin up there. You know which way that is?
I know.
Northeast.
If you head, let's see, the sun was over there. It's dark again. Dang it.
Yeah.
That's east. That's east. That way.
Okay. Just up on down that road that I saw earlier.
Well, sure. That's what roads are for.
Oh, good. 'Cause I ain't been there before. Mom and Pa, they told me I got kin that ways and just to head up there, because I'm from down by Bow Mountain, right? And that's real far south. And I was up on the trading post.
Why do you talk so loud?
Oh. I guess I just always have. Never really questioned it.
3 days later.
And then that was on my third birthday. Hey, you got a home you need to get off to? Hey,
Back
you
in
ain't got.
Lucian, yes.
Yeah, I'm just back in Lothian.
Okay, you ain't got a missus that's gonna strap you none if you don't get back soon, is there?
If I had a
Nope.
missus, I wouldn't be with a bottle here.
If I had a missus, I'd be with 2 bottles.
You're a good guy. You're a good guy. I like you.
Alright. Yeah, we was just about to set up camp. Me and got some friends here. We do some trapping, and a couple folk that is on the run with us from the down by Belkoff way. Hey,
Yeah.
you got fresh
And they're
vegetables?
just faint. They're just faint silhouettes to you, John.
Yeah.
How many are you?
Oh, let's see. We got a couple of little ones, and friend Kevin over there. He's a trapper, and and then we got ourselves a lay folk and a tailor.
A tailor?
Yeah. Now that's handy.
If you travel to Taylor, how come you don't have better clothes?
Because we just been traveling. Oh man, I wish I could take a break, but we've got lots of ground to cover. Hey, you got fresh vegetables?
Yeah, I got some fresh vegetables.
What you got? 'Cause, man, we just eating this whole hard bread. Man, that stuff gets
Back
old.
at the house.
Yeah, back of the house,
In
we got
town.
potatoes.
You wouldn't have to have.
You boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Of course.
Oh,
Got some fresh butter. Bessie's makes the best butter you ever had.
all right. Is this your field?
Well,
Yes.
not really.
Oh,
The Kings.
The king owns the field. I just get the privilege of laying in it.
oh,
I mean, working in it.
oh yeah. Well, the king owns Battle Mountain. But I tell you what, my pappy and his pappy and his pappy pappy and his pappy pappy's been there so long. Well, you know, the tax collector comes around, he don't see nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Out here, there's not many places for us to hide.
Now, well, we got the mountains up over on the east side. We saw that. Mountains is always a good place. No one wants to walk up a mountain carrying a whole army on the back, so.
You ever try to grow potatoes on a mountain? It don't work.
Now, it's pretty hard. You know, you gotta sit there, you gotta cut a siding land, and then you gotta, build up. Now, it's wheat, though. We gotta go out into the flats for the wheat. And you gotta get the whole cart down, and you gotta get all
Welcome
back
back to medieval agriculture and tax evasion.
Anyway, what's your name, old time? Actually, how old are you? You know, from what? Hey, how old is he?
All right, so he's in his 60s.
Okay, then. Tell you what, I walks you back onto town, and I think I might got a little bit of corn. We can get some butter and some potatoes, because, man, I'm getting tired of eating this bread. And if you don't tell nobody, we won't tell nobody about it. We can just, maybe pitch a tent here in the field for the night.
I don't care. Like I said, it's the king's land. I just work it.
All right.
I got a gold for you if you keep it extra secret.
For
I shall.
gold, I won't even tell myself.
All right. So he goes and runs and brings back some fresh veggies, potatoes, carrots, turnips, a few other things. But a good little basket full of them. They're not the most premium, but they'll do.
I knew some good turnips with turnip.
Ouch.
Well, who knew that it'd be Torin that produced it?
All right, so you go ahead and get that, and then head back. Is there anything else you want to tell the farmer to tell the villagers or anything, or before he goes?
Now, last I saw them, let's see, freshman, it was Middleton that we were at that had the garrison that got wiped out.
Minton,
Minton.
yes.
Now, that was 2 days ago now. Or are we all on our third day from there?
Three. Yeah, 3 days ago.
But we also heard that there's scouts everywhere, apparently.
Now, so
Yep, about every mile.
I passed through Midton, about 3 days back, and they had a garrison there,
All right.
and they were saying that they's getting reports of the army coming up, and that we should head on north, and so that's what we done. And yeah, we heard a lot of loud booming and thundering on the first day, and we think that was the army coming in. And I don't know. I mean, we've seen a couple of men in black and silver out on these little tiny roads out in the middle of nowheres. That's why we travel across country.
Look, I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah.
But I am not known as the most reliable of witnesses.
Okay.
So if I go in there and I tell people this entire army of black people are going to come on,
Wearing my manga hat.
nobody's going to believe me.
Yeah, that's a shame. I am thinking
Got something I can, I don't know, show them?
Shoot, no, I ain't. I try to stay away from them as much as I can. I mean, let me see here.
You ain't got a flag or a banner or maybe an insignia?
No, if I was that close, I wouldn't be talking to you.
Good point, good point.
Or a weapon scabbard.
There we go.
Yeah, you don't look like you could fight much anyways.
Well, I mean, I still learning a lot, so I mean, one day though.
You
one
have
day.
several weapon scabbards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man. Well, let's see here. Let me go see if anyone else picked something up when they was running.
All right.
I'll be
That
back
sounds
in a
like
minute.
fun.
All right.
Hey, and if my bottle's getting a little empty, you got any more?
I don't think we does. Pretty much just been water. I'll see if someone's got some line though.
Okay,
All right.
that's a good idea.
All right, I head back over to the group. I'm like, hey, what's we got to prove that the Mordred's is coming? I don't think we really got much.
Got their
We have a sack
Mordredian
full of
weapons.
weapons tied to the horses.
Yeah, I can say that one of you's found it on a dead soldier or something, right?
Give him a dagger and a couple of crossbow bolts.
All right then. I guess I could do that. Oh, and anyone got some wine?
I poured mine out.
No.
Or finished mine. I picked up some water from that magical stream just in case it might come in handy.
Oh, that stuff? What'd you got that stuff for? Oh. Okay. Well, I'll root around. I grab a dagger and a couple of bolts. And I head back to the farmers.
I'll subtract that from your inventory.
Okay, then we're down to 2 daggers. And I don't pay attention, so roll to see if I grab one of the special bolts.
Oh God.
You do not.
Okay, then we're down to 9 bolts. Or
Your only witness accidentally kills himself with a special bow.
all right. Yeah. Here. Someone said they picked this off a soldier when the fighting in Belfast happened. I hand him one of the daggers and a couple of bolts. I don't know if they'll
Well, I'll be boiled in turnips.
I don't know if they'll change nobody's mind none, but yeah, I'd says if you sees anyone on the horizon with lots of black on them and just riding up, just head for them hills and don't stop. That's what I think.
And you're gonna spend the night here.
I've been walking all day. I gotta get some sleep.
That sounds like
They may not come up this way.
idea.
It's way out. Maybe he's lucky they won't. All right. What's your name again?
Jenkins.
Jenkins? That was good meeting you, Jenkins. I gotta go to
Leroy Jenkins.
No, it's Jenkins Leroy.
We must be talking about Mike, because we haven't heard from him for a long time.
Anyways, yeah, so I gotta set up a tent and I gotta get some sleep and we're heading out for daybreak, so yeah.
Alright.
You stay warm.
All right, he staggers off back to town.
I toss him that gold.
Yeah.
Okay, toss him the gold. Okay, good.
Woohoo!
This is your chance to be a hero. Make
My
your,
chance to get some more booze!
make yourself a make yourself a name, and then they'll all buy you drinks when they're safe.
All right. What is your watch tonight?
Moisha will take first watch.
I was actually thinking that perhaps we should start doing a 2-man watch.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay up and work on building some string snares.
So
And I'll be on watch at the same time as you, and that'll be one of the two.
Also, we take down the horses and feed them and do all those other essential things and talk to them.
I'll take
them know they're
second watch.
loved and cared for. Give them the scratch behind the ear.
And do you want to be with the ranger or?
Who else? Who will take second watch with me?
I'll take second watch with you.
All right.
Okay. You can have Farhad and Moisha then on a watch.
Well, no, Moisha's on first watch.
Okay, so with
I'll be on first watch with Moisha because I'm going to be building snares.
there we go, and then all right, so then we'll
Okay,
be
so Moisha and Torin.
and then Weevil and Farhad then it'll be last.
Oh.
We should all keep a close eye out for
The cat.
that cat. And
All right, so we got Morsha and Torin at the first watch, and Weevil and Farhad for the last watch, and in between is
Talk and
River and Talk. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Moisha and Torin. What are you doing during your watch, Moisha? Torin, I know you're working on your stuff, but Moisha, what are you doing on your watch?
I'm making a circuit around our little encampment.
Okay. During towards the tail end of your watch, somewhere to the south, you can see faintly few flashes of light and a good half a minute or more later, you hear some rumbles just faintly come, booming across the land. That's about it on your watch. That happens, but that happens for a good 20 minutes. It goes on for about 20 minutes between the flashes and the rumbles.
We didn't set up the tent, did we?
No.
Okay.
We didn't take the time for that. We'll do that when we're not
Running.
running for our lives.
That might be a while. We'll see.
Yes, we've noticed.
That's
We haven't done anything
out of
else yet,
character.
so.
That's out of character. That's kind of one of the reasons why I thought. But between watching out for the cat, I also thought it would be a good idea to start doing 2-man watches, so we could actually have some character interaction, and maybe develop some depth and relationships here.
There you go. Good idea. But that's all that happens on your watch, the first watch. River and Talk, you're on watch.
Okay.
Moisha, did you report what you saw to them as you wake them up?
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
then.
Worse than dragons.
All right, then. When it comes to my spring snares, what do I get set up and what,
Where are you going to set them up? So far, you still haven't come across any old trees.
Okay, then. So
But-
we haven't collected any.
They were scouting for branches the whole way up here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, there's twigs and branches and stuff. There's just no real trees, so. But,
Okay.
I mean, you can set something up on the ground if you want.
Oh
Any
yeah,
particular-
the trap design
arrangement?
is
Yeah.
a ground trap, so I can actually partially bury it, and it has a spring trigger and pulls a. It would be a foot snare.
Okay. Where are you placing?
Okay then. Oh, let's see. Who are we waking up on
No. Where are you placing the traps?
the? Okay then. Well, let's see here. Probably about.
On the paths.
Well, it's flat ground all around us. Any particular features?
It's farmland. It's tilled
Okay.
farmland.
No,
It's kind of irregularly tilled. Whoever was tilling it apparently was drunk.
Okay then.
So plenty of places for varmints.
All right, then I walk out a good 50 feet or so, and I do a partial bury of the trap so it's not completely obvious. And I put
Okay.
a little sliver of beef jerky down to bait it. And then,
Okay.
how many do I get built in my time? Do I need to roll anything?
No, you don't. You're proficient enough with trap building and stuff. This is minor enough. That's not a
Okay.
problem. It's not anything too exotic, so
Yeah.
that's fine. You can build 4 of them during your shift, no problem. That
All
you
right,
feel
then.
confident
Then
about.
I built
Any
4
more
of
than
them,
that,
and
rush.
I mostly focus it on the southwest side. Like if it was following us, it'd probably come that way. I put them about
Okay.
50 feet out.
Okay.
And then I bed down close to Dobson because he'll booger if he smells something. So
All right. Okay, and then do you tell the others about the traps you set up when you do your
Yeah.
shift change?
all right
Okay.
then. So you got 4-foot snares, about 50 feet on that way. Now I don't know if he'll take it or not because I don't know how smart this thing is or if it even will get trapped because it might be like it just looks like a cat. It might be like, well, that's a trap and I ain't going to step in it. But yeah. If you hear one of those things tick off, it's gonna have a real hard time running around. I don't know. Maybe you want to try questioning it. Would it be a magic? I don't know. It's magic. Maybe it talks. I was a fish once, and the fish could talk. So I mean,
The fish could talk to the fish.
yeah.
We're not cats.
I mean, it's gotta tell them somehow it saws us, right?
So while you're talking, you hear back around one of the traps.
All right, so we got. This is great timing because we got 4 people awake right now.
Oh, there he is. I fish out my sling. I get my rock ready. What you see?
I got my
Where's that?
dagger out.
River pulls out her daggers.
All right. It wakes up the other 2 sleeping too because it's making.
All right, what we got?
Yeah, we should all go out and
Go on and on
we
up,
will,
and
over
it-
the
it
course
looks
of
like
just
it
around,
looks
put our
like it-
leather armor back
It
on.
looks like some sunny cat has been caught and is just fighting against it big time.
Roll for initiative.
It's a cat. I'm
It's
throwing
a
a
big
dagger.
cat.
Is it?
It's a big cat. It's
Is it
probably
a
about
stinky
20-pound
cat?
Wait, Yeah.
Is it a
Smell.
stinky cat?
You don't smell anything like you guys are approaching like you've smelled before. But whatever it is, it's thrashing around, and it's definitely cat-like.
Okay. Wait, where's Socrates and where's
No, not for Socrates.
Torin, you can't see it at all.
Okay.
I have my sling ready anyways, even though it's pitch black.
I light a torch.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit Weevil. in the
Okay.
back.
No, put that out.
All right. So you approach.
Actually, no, I don't light a
As
torch.
you approach with the torch.
Actually, I don't light a
Okay.
torch. Since I haven't gone to sleep yet anyway, or at least the full night, I'm going to cast rainbow and just make a small rainbow and use it as light.
All right. Well then, Weevil will light a torch.
How pretty!
It's like, wait,
Weevil
I like
will light a
torches.
So
torch.
you all
happening?
congregate on the flailing. All right, you all congregate on the flailing animal. It finally stops flailing when it sees all of you or senses all of you around it. It is about a large, 20-pound, mangy-looking gray cat. Very scrawny, looked very hungry, but it is a cat, and it's a big one, right? It would be a lot heavier if it wasn't starving.
Mm-hmm.
But you just caught yourself a nice big cat. But it is gray, not black.
Good.
And it does stink, but not like the other cat.
Normal stink.
Huh.
All right.
Is it like a Felis familiaris cat, or is it like a bobcat or a lynx?
It looks like it might be a some sort of cross between, there might be some cross. Well, it looks like a house cat and like a
Maine
bobcat
Coon?
or something.
Yeah, like a Maine Coon.
Yeah, like a Maine Coon. Yeah, like a Maine Coon. Yeah,
Norwegian forest cat.
but starving and gray spotted.
All right.
Is that the way?
What's that?
We have a decision to make. Tuck says.
Oh, just kill it.
It doesn't. It's not the same cat, and it doesn't
still worth a
smell.
gold.
Are we going
We
to?
have lots of gold. And when are we gonna just walk up to somebody
go-
with a cat?
Well,
You can do that most trading posts. I imagine there's probably one bit down south in town. Yeah.
Because we've had so much time
Here,
to trade cats.
for you. Get down forward.
so here's the question: is it just this one cat that stinks terribly that's evil and magic, or do we believe the legends and the rumors?
I
I
personally.
mean, they're there
don't-
for a reason, is what I'm saying. Of course, once we kill it, this trap's no good anymore because it's gonna smell bad.
Well, you can reset it somewhere else.
Oh,
Have you ever heard the phrase "fight fire with fire"?
wait.
This
Yes.
doesn't seem to be the cat that's been following us, but it is a cat.
Uh-huh.
Fight cats with cats. Make this one our own.
You know, fighting
Bring it
fire.
back.
You know, fighting fire with fire doesn't really stop the fire. It just makes more fire, right?
But it does eliminate all flammables near you.
Okay.
Yes. So we can use both cats to destroy all people near us.
Or all cats.
He's right that the cat could help finding other cats.
Do we have time to train? You saw how long it took.
Well,
the
Weevil
war
starts
horse.
going on about his enormous skill as an animal handler.
While they're all talking, River takes out some food and tries to feed the cat.
To befriend the cat.
The cat just.
I leave the food near the cat. Yeah.
Is that cat part blender?
If the cat is that hungry looking, I'm sure the food near the cat.
It's also terrified though. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's got its paw in a metal trap.
No, it's a
And there's
This
this
is
creepy
not metal.
rainbow there too.
It's just like what is it?
little
made
It's a
of?
rainbow.
snare
in my
trap.
hand.
It wouldn't
So-
hurt it.
Yeah,
little
so
hand rainbow.
it's just
you know,
stuck.
like you have.
Like yeah.
Yeah, it's stuck with the metal.
Its ankle is being garroted.
It's not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's in pain. So, what do you do?
So yeah, I just set the food near it and step back for a second
Okay.
while they're all
Okay.
like talking over there.
Okay.
That's what River
understood.
does.
You're not going to be able to to befriend it while it's caught like that.
Well, if I let it go, it's just going to bite me.
If we cut it free, if we cut it free, it'll run off.
Yes.
Oh no, it's not gonna be friends with you. I mean,
I think we may have crossed that path.
now if you wants to kill it, none. Well, I don't know why it would, and I can go toss a blanket over it, and then
beat it with a stick.
Well, yeah, but
I
say
mean-
don't kill it.
Or put it in a bag and smack it against a tree, like a monkey.
That works real good. You
Are
don't
we
get
killing
scratched up.
the cat, or are we letting it go?
That's what we're deciding.
Yeah,
I think we have to take a vote.
Moisha walks up and just takes the cat's head clean off.
Okay.
No,
Roll for initiative.
roll a d20. Roll a d20 to see if you
49.
do it cleanly or not.
20.
Yeah.
Did you roll a natural 20 or that's a modifier?
Natural.
No, natural 20.
I see it right here.
Critted it. She critted it.
There's now a powder on the ground.
Well,
Cat fur. So, and it's quiet.
Alright.
RPG research does not.
Condone animal cruelty.
10-minute warning.
And cats are not evil, especially black cats. They are very lucky and very friendly and lovable. Adopt a black cat
It's
today,
unlucky.
but don't leave it out on Halloween.
Alright then.
So, yeah, okay. So that ended that discussion.
I think
Fantastic.
I think
Is everybody staring? What is everybody's reaction? Moisha just walked up
Yeah.
and killed
Oh
the
yeah.
cat.
I'm trying to.
Finally.
Yeah. Moisha, a quick show of hands or eyes and nays.
You guys were taking too freaking long to come to a conclusion.
It would have taken 30 seconds, and then you could have done that.
That's
It
6
took
whole
half an hour
rounds.
for you to even suggest we have a vote. This isn't a democracy.
Don't exaggerate. It wasn't a half an hour. We've been here like 5 minutes max.
Can I go back to sleep now?
No.
yes.
We will.
So once again, as we've been discussing, various phases of small group formation, this would be an example of storming.
All right.
Excellent. So I have a contract with the river. She says I can go to sleep.
Go
I
back.
clean
Go back
up
to
the
sleep.
trap and dispose of the body.
I'll wake you when it's your
All right,
turn for
all right.
watch.
Okay. Rest of the watches are uneventful. Morning rolls around. The clouds actually have kind of pulled back from where you are, north and east. The clouds have rolled away, and it's clear blue sky. A little wintry because it's October, but clear blue sky. It is southwest of you and south that it's just socked in with fog about 3 miles west of you. And it's not that unnatural fog, it's just socked in with fog. But where you guys are is actually cleared out, and it's actually pretty chilly because of the cloud cover that was there is gone. But as the sun rises over the mountains, it actually starts to burn away some of the valley fog and mist, and so it kind of retreats back as you guys are getting ready to go in the morning. I assume you're getting ready to go in the morning, right?
Morning
Absolutely.
ablutions.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
What's that?
Morning ablutions.
Okay. Torrin, are you gathering up your trap gear so you
Yeah.
have them for future use?
Yep.
Okay. And you guys start heading northeast, paralleling the road.
Did anybody take a cat pelt or prepare the cat for like saving for a bounty later? Do we properly bury it?
I
Do we
did.
just leave it in the field
I
dead?
just basically
to be
pitched
discovered
off
by a
far
drunk
away
old
from
man?
us. Because in terms
What's
of the
that,
pelt
Torrin?
goes, I pitched it off far away from us because in terms of pelts, it wasn't worth anything. And
I thought the cat was worth the gold.
All cats are worth the gold.
oh, even the major ones. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the
So
condition. Remember, it was all
So being a
cats.
trapper, you probably took care
All
of
right
that.
then. I probably
Because
just
they weren't trapping them for the fur; they were trapping them to get rid of all of them.
okay. Then. I probably have removed it. I didn't probably skin it then and there because, it's late. But, yeah, in the morning, though, if it's still around, we'll claim it.
Or leave it for the drunk old farmer.
Huh?
He could be a friend.
Yeah, he's gonna, when he comes back to
Does
work.
anyone see my cat?
Hey, guys, Joe was trying to talk, everybody.
I was just chiming in on everything else. We camped in his yard and we murdered his cat. Here's a present. It's worth a gold. Bye.
All right. So
That's why I don't let people stay at my house.
Because they'll murder your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, are you going to leave the cat carcass or bring it with you?
It's mangy. But it is worth gold.
Why don't you just
I'll
cut
throw
off
it in
its
a
tail
sack.
or something?
Yeah.
Pitch
Pitch it in the sack.
Come on.
Pitch it in a sack. Pitch
All right.
it in
Put it in
a
the
sack.
sack and you're bringing the stinky cat sack. Okay.
Okay.
right.
Excellent.
So you're headed northeast. As the fog burns away, by about noon, you guys notice that back almost like if you were to sight down the road back southwest, you can see large tendrils of smoke all black smoke going up into the sky, high into the sky. Looks like some large town is burning. Farhad, with your geography, you think that's might be Tram's Crossing burning, which surprises you because Tram's Crossing, was, a bit more. They had some burly folk.
Yeah.
So something, it looks like Tram's Crossing is burning heavily, though.
How far off is that?
Oh, that's a good 2 days southwest of you guys.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but it's such a large fire, it's just up into the sky.
Guys,
Yes.
that smoke pillar down there behind us is probably Tram's Crossing. I don't know who Tram is or what he crossed, but it's a big town. There's a lot of people there.
There were a lot of
They
people
had
there. Hopefully they made it out.
They had walls, not stone walls, but wooden walls. They had a
That's probably
garrison,
burning then,
watchtowers.
So what you're saying is we gotta get going? Because we can get going.
Well, we should keep going, and Port Belkoth was by far the largest city we've been to since we joined together, but it doesn't seem like they are interested in ruling over a kingdom. They're not invading to take over and rule. It appears that they are wiping every living thing off of the surface of the world as they march.
No, everybody knows a little bit of the history about Mordred and Arthur, and that this is personal.
Sure, yeah, but I have average wisdom.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. Okay.
Well, and just
All
because
right,
it's personal
never mind.
doesn't mean that the land isn't valuable and the houses aren't valuable. So this is showing a level
Right.
of personal that
But this is
we probably-
what he's been doing here. What you guys have been hearing happen here in Regnum Sapientium is not what you've heard at other kingdoms. Other kingdoms, he comes in, bulldozers down the military, and then conscripts everybody and moves on. But he then uses them as resources. It sounds like here they're just destroying everything as they march in.
Oh, hello,
Yeah.
Father. Are you a hero of the people? Good job, Father, hero of the people. Save these people. I'm going to murder them. You can't stop me. Ha 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 ha.
He's hiding behind the Camelot's walls, exactly. So it's bad. All right. So you guys continue on northeast,
Are we
and nightfall.
going to try riding
that?
any of the horses or anything while we travel?
we've had some time.
Warhorse time. Warhorse time. Warhorse time.
We've had some time to get
right.
the
All right.
warhorse used to
Go for it.
Farhad.
Go for it. Roll, Farhad.
Do-do-do-do-do. I have horsemanship. What am I rolling against?
Whatever the stat is.
Okay.
What's the stat for your horsemanship?
I hope it's Dex.
Should say.
Because I rolled a 14. Do-do-do-do-do.
Wilderness.
Yeah.
It's right here.
And
Oh, that's it.
Wilderness survival.
What are you looking for?
We can figure that out after the game. So one way or the other you can work that. So you guys are heading northeast. By evening, the land has started to become hillier. The farmland has started to give way to just wild grasslands and steeper hills. A few little copses of trees here and there starting to pop up. They're young trees. Most of the older trees are all gone, but a few here and there have tried to grow back. And you.
Okay. It's wisdom,
What's that?
by the way. Riding is wisdom based.
Oh!
But it is a -3, so that's good.
Depends on which book, because in one version it's -3 the roll, and the other one it's -3 the stat.
I
You have to
think
read
this
it
is
really
die roll
carefully.
modifier, -3. So it's -3 to his roll under his stat.
Okay. Okay, so he still rolled an 11 over 10.
Ooh.
yes.
You're welcome.
So that did not go well.
It could have
It
gone
started
worse.
out seeming okay, and then the horse decided it didn't like you. Now roll your dex check.
I've actually met that horse.
You smelled healthy.
11 out of 18.
Okay, so when it throws you, you manage to land and only take 1 hit point rather than like break your back or something. But it was very nervous and on edge. You thought you had it, you started to ride it, and then it just suddenly decided, no more, get off my back, and threw you. You landed with a good roll and recovered and only just a little scuffed up. Oh, and you did sleep, right? So you should have healed your hit point plus constitution bonus, by the way.
Right. Which is 1 hit point.
Yeah, that's fine. But,
Yeah.
all right. As night is falling, you guys crest another hill, and you can see the dragon spine. You know, they've been getting closer and closer, a lot faster as you've been getting closer, or as you've been traveling. Now they seem to be accelerating as you get closer, and you can see a bit of a bowl of a valley below you. Again, now it's farmland, but it's really haphazard, whereas the other ones are a little more organized. The patchwork quilt of farms are really haphazard. And up above, as the sun's setting in the west, a good 500 feet up a hill is a large white house, long rectangular white house on top of the hill, overlooking a small village down in the center of this bowl. And you realize that you're now within sight, it'll still be some miles away, of village Kasarnik.
Oh
finally.
my gosh, we made it.
Bet you that's Lay's house right there. Yeah.
And we made it with only
So-
only 1 minute after
Yes.
end time.
All right then. XP.
All right, so
So
next week, tune in, you'll finally get to see. Tune in next week. They finally get to Village Kasarnik, and will they finally meet the mysterious Lady Dranera?
Oh God, I hope so.
Will they level up?
Sure, tune back in Sunday 6 to 9 p.m.
Will we get to rest the week it takes? No, we won't. 'Cause
Wherever
we're
you may
almost a
be.
day away.
Be well, Namarie.
Dream well.
Now I figured this whole horse thing was going to go a lot smoother.
Good evening.
Make a decision.
That darn cat.
Of course I'm a horseman.
A horse is a horse, of course, of course.
I blame the horse.
All right.